From the low desert and the forgotten edge of the American interior, I bid you good evening or good morning, wherever you may find yourself tonight. I'm Hollis Crane, and this is Past the Last Light. Tonight, a road, a particular county road in west central Missouri. 4 3/10 miles long, straight as a ruled line, surveyed that way, built that way, driven that way for 50 years. It is now 4 6/10 miles long, and it bends twice. Nobody rerouted it. Nobody repaved it. The man who measured it, both times, 30 years apart, with the same steel tape, is on the line with us tonight. He has 40 other cases in the room with him. And folks, he has done something with those 40 cases that I am still thinking about. A few items off the wire first. Item 1. After our program on the bottom of the map, I asked anyone who had physically been south of the 16th parallel to write me, on paper, postmarked. The letters have started arriving, folks. 11 so far. 10 of them are exactly what you'd hope. Ice, penguins, the sun doing the thing it does down there. The 11th is postmarked from a research station that closed in 1979. The station closed in the 70s. The postmark is from this March. We have written back. Item 2, the tuning fork. You'll remember the tuner mailed his fork to a colleague in Cincinnati. After that 5th visit to the Indiana farmhouse, the fork has arrived. It arrived bent. The tuner swears it left Indiana straight. Wrapped in a wool sock, boxed in cedar. The Postal Service asked for comment, offered none. The colleague is keeping it. It's on his mantle. Some men collect coins. Now to Missouri. I want to introduce you to a man I've been corresponding with since the spring. His name is Eldon Trace. 38 years a senior cartographer with the Regional Survey Office. I've seen the service record. This program does not traffic in mystery men. He signs his name. He gives his county. He asks only that we not give the road number, out of respect for the folks that live on it. And that, friends, tells you what kind of man this is. Since his retirement, Mr. Trace has kept a private archive of what he calls, his term, and it is a good one, geographic discrepancies of the second kind. From his first letter to me, his words, comma for comma, quote, "A discrepancy of the first kind is when the map falls behind the territory. You update the map. That is the work. A discrepancy of the second kind is when the territory and map disagree, and neither one will yield." He's on the line from his study outside Sedalia. Mr. Trace, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Hollis. I keep late hours anyway. The night's when the paperwork gets honest.
Tell the folks about the road, Mr. Trace, the one that started all this.
Well, there's a county road out here that I personally surveyed in 1984 and again in 91 and again in 2009 for 3/10 miles east to west, straight enough to sight a rifle down. I drove it, I chained it, and I have the field notebooks on my desk in front of me right now. In 2017, I drove it again, 4 6/10, and it bends twice. Gentle bends, polite bends. But folks who drive it every day will tell you they don't remember the bends arriving. The bends were just there one season.
Somebody will say, They regraded it. The county moved it, and the paperwork's lost.
They'll say that, and I'd say it with them, except for the fences. The fence lines on either side are the original fence lines, same posts, same wire. Some of them staples, Hollis. I went out with a magnet on my knees and I checked. There's a post out there with a coffee can nailed to it that a farmer put up more than 30 years ago. For mail, mind you. The can's still there. The post is still there. The road that runs past it is in a different place.
The can stayed. The road moved.
That's the size of it.
And the road is not alone.
No, sir. I have 41 cases, all within 6 counties. All documented twice. Once by me in my working years, once by me in retirement. Same instruments, both times. Same theodolite, same steel tape. I don't use the satellites for this work, Hollis, and I'll tell you why. The satellites want to agree with you. A steel tape has no manners. It tells you what it tells you.
How big are these discrepancies?
They're small. A fence corner off by 40 feet. A creek's crossing that slid 100 yards. Every one of them, taken alone, a reasonable man could wave off. But Hollis, when you plot the difference, the direction from where a thing was to where a thing is, all 41 point west-southwest, inside 11 degrees of arc.
Folks, I want you to sit with that the way I had to. 41 errors would scatter. Errors go every direction. That is what makes them errors. These do not scatter.
The land out here, some of it, in some places, is drifting. Slow, quiet, under the roads that were built on top of it, under fences that were nailed to it. And the official maps have been revised, addition over addition, to keep up. I have the additions. I have them stacked in this room. Flip through them fast enough and you can watch the county breathe.
Mr. Trace took this to his old office. Folks, 2019 in person with the notebooks. I have read the letter they sent him back. It is a very kind letter. It thanks him for his years of service. It does not address a single measurement, not one. I am no closer to any explanation than you are. And I want you to hear it from the man himself before the hour gets away from us. Stay right here. Before we go on tonight, I want to tell you about a mug. Now stay with me. If you are one of the roughly 1 in 10 people in this country who leads with the left hand, the picture on every mug you have ever owned has been facing away from you your whole life. The picture was looking at somebody else. I'm talking about Portside Ceramics, a small family pottery, coastal. I'm told, I won't say which coast, that makes mugs for the left hand. The handle sits right, the artwork faces you. Their motto? Folks, and I'm reading it off the invoice, quote, because 10% of the population deserves 100% of the handle. I am not a left-handed man, but between midnight and dawn, every man is left-handed. The right hand belongs to the console. The coffee lives on the port side of this desk. It has for years. The port side sits there now, and for the first time in my broadcasting life, the picture and I are facing each other. It's a heavy, honest piece of clay. And one more thing, the maker's mark on the bottom is stamped backwards. You can only read it in a mirror. I asked them why. They said the left-handed customer would understand. I'm still looking at it, folks. Portside Ceramics, mail order only. Tell them which hand you pour with, and tell them Hollis sent you. When we come back, Mr. Trace did something with those 41 cases. Something any of us would have done eventually. He extended the lines. Mr. Trace, before the break, I said you'd done something with the 41 cases. Tell the folks what you did.
Well, it's nothing a schoolboy couldn't do with a ruler. Each case gives you a direction from where the thing was to where the thing is. 41 little arrows on the county sheet.
And?
And one evening last winter I thought, they're arrows, and the arrows point. So, I taped the 6 sheets together on the floor of this here room. Got down there with a yardstick and a pencil, and I extended every one of them. All 41, clean through. Well, they cross, Hollis. Not scattered, not a smear. 38 of the 41 pass through a circle you can cover with a supper plate. At the scale of the map, that's a patch of ground about 400 yards across.
Where?
It's a field. Unimproved pasture. Never built on, never plowed that anyone remembered. No structure on any map I own. And Hollis, I own all of them. It's 1.25 miles from this here house. I can see the tree line from the window I'm looking out of right now.
The land is moving, folks. And it's not wandering. It is gathering.
I drove out there once, in the daylight. I'll admit that plainly. Parked on the shoulder and stood at the fence a while. It's a handsome field. Quiet. The grass moves when the wind moves it. And it holds still when the wind stops. I measured the fence line on the way out, just to have it. It was 11 feet longer than the plat says. I have not been back.
Mr. Trace, what do you do now?
Well, I keep measuring. Someone has to know where the road actually is, Hollis, even if the road won't stay put. My father chained townships in the Dakotas in the 30s. He used to say the map is a promise. Well, somebody out here is breaking it, and I intend to write down exactly how.
You come back when you have the next 10 cases, sir. The line is yours whenever you want.
I'll come, Hollis. Good night now, and mind the odometer.
Mind the odometer. Folks, I have nothing to sell you tonight but the arithmetic. You were promised honesty on this program, not answers. And honesty is what I have. A man with 38 years of service and a steel tape says the ground in 6 Missouri counties is drifting west-southwest, a few feet at a time, toward a field 1.25 miles from his window. The kind letter from his old office does not say he's wrong. Read it close, folks. It only says, they will not look. And I keep thinking about that coffee can, nailed to a post by a farmer for his mail 30-odd years ago. The can stayed. The road moved. All the strange things in this country. Friends, and the one that will keep me up tonight is a coffee can that held still. We take the ground on faith, same as the bottom of the map. The ground is the one promise we never think to check on. Eldon Trace checks twice. If you live on a road that has gotten longer, if your fence line no longer agrees with your deed, if the creek behind your house is not where your grandfather said it was, write to me. On paper, postmarked. Pace it off first if you're able, and put the number in the letter. You don't have to sign your name. The machine is on all night, same as I am. Be kind to the people you love, stay close to your radio, and good night from the low desert.